The James Webb Space Telescope may have just found something incredible, beams of light that look like they're coming from a city far, far away. This has everyone buzzing about aliens again. The telescope was pointed at Proxima Centauri b, which is our closest exoplanet, and spotted these weird, bright flashes. Could aliens be behind them? Fingers crossed we'll find out soon. People have wondered about alien life forever. But when the James Webb Space Telescope showed some possible proof, it was a huge deal. While checking out deep space, the telescope saw some far-off lights that looked like they were from alien cities. This makes you wonder if there's an alien metropolis way out there. The science world is super excited because this could be the thing they've been waiting for. Maybe there are smart aliens building civilizations in ways we can only guess at. These city lights are 4 light-years away, which is mind-blowing. NASA folks are wondering how long they've been shining out there, just waiting for us to get the tech to see them. David Kipping, an astronomer from Columbia University, says the planet with these lights is interesting. Most rocky planets soak up sunlight and then let off energy as infrared, but this planet is different because of how it hangs out with its star, Proxima Centauri. The James Webb Space Telescope is really showing how important it is. It can see infrared light, which helped find this weirdness on Proxima Centauri b. This is key to figuring out what kind of air the planet has. Researchers want to keep using the telescope to check out the planet's atmosphere and see if it could be lived on. The James Webb Space Telescope is great at spotting infrared light, so it can see what's happening on Proxima Centauri b, even at night. Lots of telescopes can't pick up faint light in space, but this one is awesome at finding the tiniest glimmers. That makes it perfect for seeing if those city lights on the dark side of Proxima b are real. Also, the scope can spot artificial light in space, as long as it's at a certain frequency band. Proxima Centauri b is always changing because of its star. Like planets everywhere, it gets a ton of energy from Proxima Centauri. The planet goes around the star, it has day and night. And just like Earth, the planet gets super hot during the day and cooler at night. The temps on Proxima Centauri b change a lot, mostly because of what it's made of. If the planet has air, the temp swing between day and night would be wild hot on one side and freezing on the other. This huge temp change is something astronomers are really interested in because it tells them a lot about what kind of air Proxima Centauri b has. The James Webb Space Telescope can take pictures in infrared, so it can check out the planet's thermal emissions and learn about its atmosphere. It's kinda cool that the James Webb Space Telescope circles Earth at about the same rate that Proxima Centauri b orbits its star. That lets scientists take detailed looks at its daylight cycles every 11.2 Earth days. If Proxima Centauri b has air, the next step is to see what's in it and find out if life could survive. Spotting things like oxygen, water vapor, and methane would be awesome because it would mean the planet might have life. This means studying light as it passes through the planet's atmosphere, which is tricky. The James Webb Space Telescope is great for figuring out what planetary atmospheres are like. But it's not the best at finding free oxygen, which is a big sign of life. Even so, the telescope can look for other clues, like ozone, which means a healthy atmosphere. While scientists are studying the James Webb Space Telescope's data, the hunt for other worlds goes on. We're getting closer to finding out if we're alone. Keep in mind that the James Webb Space Telescope can only see a few exoplanets close to Earth. To study planetary atmospheres more closely, astronomers will use land-based places like the Extremely Large Telescope, ELT, which should be up and running in 2027. The ELT will give us a better look at the air around faraway exoplanets, giving us clearer information on whether they could have life. Scientists are excited about future space telescopes like the ELT. For now, the James Webb Space Telescope is still great for checking out exoplanets. Even with its limitations, the telescope is giving us key info that could change how we see what's out there. Researchers have big plans for future space telescopes. They want to build tech that cuts down on starlight, so we can see the planets around them better. Like using your hand to block the sun so you can see better. These new telescopes will zoom in on the faint light planets reflect, making it much easier to study their atmospheres and decide if they could support life. Of course, this is tough. Stars are super bright, way brighter than the planets around them. This makes it hard to spot the faint light that planets reflect, which we need to see what they're like. To fix this, scientists are working on some clever ideas. One idea is to use coronagraphs. These tools go inside telescopes and block out starlight while letting the light from the planet through. By carefully changing the light waves, coronagraphs can dial down the brightness from the star, so it's easier to spot the planet's dim light. Another idea is the star shade, which is like a huge flower-shaped spacecraft that flies with a telescope far away. The star shade is blocking starlight before it even enters the telescope, allowing only the light from exoplanets to reach the instruments. This way, only light from exoplanets gets to the instruments. This could be really good for seeing planets in the habitable zone of their stars, where liquid water, and maybe life, could be. These fancy techs have to be super precise. For example, a star shade has to be aligned perfectly, within fractions of a millimeter, over huge distances. These ideas also have to fix the things that hold back space missions, like being small, using little power, and surviving the crazy conditions of space. Even though it's hard, it's worth it. If we can observe and check out the atmospheres of exoplanets, we might find biosignatures, chemical signs of life, like oxygen, methane, or water vapor in certain amounts. Finding these molecules could mean there's life out there. Researchers also want to take clearer pictures of distant worlds. Future telescopes might have advanced adaptive optics, which fix distortions caused by Earth's atmosphere or the telescope's movements. This would make the images sharper. If we add starlight blocking tech, we could not only spot exoplanets but also map their surfaces and study their climates. This would be a huge step forward in learning about exoplanets and guessing whether they could have life. Building next-generation space telescopes is a big jump in trying to answer one of the biggest questions: is there anyone else out there? By getting better at seeing these faraway planets, we're closer to finding out if there is life beyond Earth. This would change how we see our place in the universe. Space exploration and the search for life are moving fast. As scientists look deeper into the mysteries of exoplanets, the James Webb Space Telescope is starting something new in space finding. The info it's gathering is helping us learn more about the structure, makeup, and possible habitability of faraway worlds. Each new bit of info brings us closer to finding out if there is life out there. The discovery about Proxima Centauri B could be a turning point in how we study alien life. It's the closest star to us, so it's been studied a lot. But, until now, finding real signs of life, like artificial light or signs of a civilization, was just a dream. The fact that the telescope spotted such light gives us hope that we might contact other intelligent life. This is awesome for both science and the public. It also inspires new people to think beyond Earth. As the James Webb Space Telescope keeps watching, it's not just looking for artificial lights. It's also checking out atmospheres and chemical makeups on planets, and how these things could support life. The telescope can check out these atmospheric things in a way other telescopes haven't been able to. This is shedding light on the potential of faraway worlds to support life like Earth. One thing that makes Proxima Centauri B cool is where it is within the habitable zone of its star. The habitable zone is where temps are just right, so liquid water could hang on the surface. Scientists view the liquid water availability as a big deal in determining whether life could happen on a planet, because liquid water is essential for life as we know it. Discovering an exoplanet within a star's habitable zone makes the exoplanet a main target for future missions. Besides finding planets that could support life, future space telescopes will also focus on how exoplanets connect with their stars. Some planets, like Proxima Centauri B, are tidally locked. That means one side always faces the star, while the other side is always dark. That would cause huge temp differences between the two sides of the planet, which would affect the planet's climate and whether life could survive. It's critical for astronomers to understand these conditions as they look at whether exoplanets could have habitable environments. Building tech that can block out the bright light from stars is another big step in space exploration. Without it, it would be impossible to see the faint light from planets. The coronagraph and starshade techs are good ways to block out the brightness of a star. These tools will let telescopes spot the faint light reflected by planets, which could tell us about their surfaces, climates, and possibility of life. Another exciting thing is the idea of directly taking pictures of exoplanets. With great adaptive optics and starlight blocking tech, astronomers hope to snap high-res pictures of planets as they circle their stars. These pictures would give us more info about the planet's makeup and atmosphere. They could also let us see the planet's surface features, like oceans, continents, or weather. This would be a major deal in how we study exoplanets and decide if they could have life. As we keep exploring the universe and looking for answers about alien life, the James Webb Space Telescope and future missions will be invaluable. These telescopes can spot dim signals from faraway planets, check out their atmospheres, and examine their potential for habitability. It's transforming how we see the cosmos. The advancements in tech and growing amount of research means we're close to making findings that could change what we know about life in the universe.